wasting time. Listen to me now clearly. Hello.
Yes.
Okay. I hope we shall start from this passage 5 today. Yes or not?
Yes.
Okay. Let's finish. We have to finish somehow this. Read the extract given below and answer the questions that follow. The rich man just sat back and thought of the wealth he had in store and how to keep what he had earned from the lazy, shiftless poor. So this passage is also one of the passages from our poetry. The first question is, who were the other three persons in the group referred to earlier? Hello?
Sir.
हाँ बताओ. Hello. Oh, yeah. Who were the other three persons in the group referred to earlier? The other three persons in the group referred to earlier were a woman, a religious-minded man, and a poor man. That means this passage, before this passage, there were the other stanzas, and who were other three persons in the group referred to earlier? The other three persons in the group referred to earlier were a woman. Woman was in the first passage, first stanza. As you can know, woman, a religious-minded man, and a poor man. Actually, already we have read four passages or four stanzas. The first stanza was the introductory. Then there was about the woman in the second stanza of the poem, and about the religious-minded person in the third stanza, and about the poor person in the fourth stanza. So this is our fifth stanza, or fifth passage also here. In what way was the rich man similar to the poor man? The rich and poor men were similar in their narrow mentality. Full stop. Here it should be full stop. Both of them did not want to help other. A help होगा इधर मतलब there is the problem of clicking photo. So I am telling the rich and the poor men were similar in their narrow mentality. Both of them did not want to help the other. What kept the rich man lost in his thoughts? The rich man was lost in his thoughts of store of wealth and how to preserve them safely. What kept the rich man lost in his thoughts? I mean, what was the prime concern of the rich man? The main thought. What was the main thought of the rich man? The rich man was lost in his thoughts of store of wealth. How to store wealth, how to hoard and how to store wealth, and how to preserve them safely. This is the sole function of a rich person. The main function of a rich person is how to preserve his wealth. Okay, then why did he decide not to help the poor man? He was also thinking the poor as lazy or idle, so he did not want to help the idle poor. So why did he decide not to help the poor man? He was also thinking the poor as lazy or idle, so he did not want to help the idle poor. Yes, some of the students are still waiting. Okay, then as rich man has grievance against the poor, or as rich man is envious of the poor, similarly the poor man also is envious of the rich. And why did he, that means the rich man, decide not to help the poor? He was also thinking the poor as lazy or idle, so he did not want to help the idle poor. Okay, then go to next page. What does the log in each hand signify in the poem? The log in each hand signifies the burden of sin. Each one of them wanted to hold back their sin, which would be carried away after their deaths. What does the log in each hand signify in the poem? This is one important question. The log in each hand signifies the burden of sin. Burden of sin. पाप का जो बोझ है, burden of sin. Each one of them wanted to hold back their sin, which would be carried away after their deaths. That means each of these six persons were sinful persons, each of them. So they wanted to keep their sin with them, to preserve it. Why? Because they will carry away this sin along with them after their deaths. So this log of wood symbolizes their sin or burden of sin. Okay, let me see if any other students are still waiting. It's my duty to check occasionally. Okay, and another thing, and I think all of you have muted your phone. Okay, no problem. Then the passage 6, read the extract given below. The black man's face bespoke revenge as the fire passed from his sight, for all he saw in his stick of wood was a chance to spite the white. The black man's face bespoke revenge as the fire passed from his sight, for all he saw in his stick of wood was a chance to spite the white. So this passage is about the black person, black man. As you can understand, this passage is about the black man. Who were the other four persons in the group referred to earlier? The similar type of questions, who were discussed earlier in this poetry. The other four persons in the group referred to earlier were a woman, a religious minded man, a poor man, and a rich man. The similar question was in the fifth passage also, the first question of the fifth passage. There were three persons, another person, that means the rich man has been added in the fifth stanza or fifth passage. So now we have four persons earlier: a woman, a religious minded man, a poor man, and a rich man. What were the prejudices in the minds of the poor man and rich man? Prejudice means one kind of blind faith thing. Prejudice, uh, one kind of superstitious belief, a kind of set idea. Okay, prejudice, which has also no scientific base. What were the prejudices in the minds of the poor and the rich man? The prejudices in the minds of the poor man and the rich man were envy, revenge, spite, and tolerance. Both of them are envious, revengeful, and intolerable to the other. Okay. Prejudice means in Hindi you can think sanskar, while the translation of superstition is kusanskar. Sanskar. Prejudice means sanskar. That is also one type of belief. So, what were the prejudices in the minds of the poor man and the rich man? The prejudices in the minds of the poor man and rich man were envy, revenge, spite, and intolerance. These terms are taken from our poetry also. Both of them are envious revengeful, and intolerable. Okay, that means they cannot endure other to the other. So these are their prejudices. What did the black man's face reveal? The black man's face revealed revenge upon the white. As here the question is asked in past, did, so we have to give answer also in past. Black man's face revealed. If the question were asked in present, then we have to give answer in present. Similar thing. The black man's face revealed revenge upon the white. Now it was his turn to spite the white, as he was refused and neglected by the white person. White person in the sense woman earlier. As this black person was neglected, insulted, rejected by the white person, that means white woman. So now it is the turn of the black man to take revenge on the white. Okay, move to next page. How could he hurt the white? By not offering his stick of wood to the fire, he could hurt the white. In a very simple language, it's written by not offering the stick of wood. Kamal now has entered. Kamal. So by not offering his stick of wood to the fire, he could hurt. H-U-R-T hurt ka meaning you know. H-U-R-T hurt. He could hurt the white. This insult would be similar to spitting to a man. I mean, this is one kind of insult also. Then which figure of speech is used in the line? For all he saw in his stick of wood. The figure of speech metaphor is used here. Metaphor is just figure of speech. Figure of speech means, let me clarify. Figure of speech means, what could I say? A kind of ornament to language. Alankar, ornament. That means a kind of literary language. Whenever we write anything simply, which are available in newspapers, but in literature means always we try to decorate language. As the women wear or use ornaments to make them more beautiful, so in language also, language plus ornament becomes literature. In simple terms, understand, language plus ornamentation or decoration is equal to literature. Okay, literary language is different from normal language. So this use of ornamentation is called figures of speech. There are innumerable or so many figures of speech that is part of higher education. But here metaphor means also to say anything indirectly. The figure of speech metaphor is used here. This is called figure of speech. The stick of wood here implies the black man's intolerance and envy towards the white. See, what is the literary language here? Here, apparently it seems stick of wood, but this stick of wood actually indicates or imply. I told you indirectly. Imply means to tell anything indirectly. Actually, it symbolizes or indicates what? Black man's intolerance and envy towards the white. Stick of wood. And this figure of speech is called metaphor. Then passage 7. I hope you can understand. Let me say in the meantime, check if anybody is still waiting. It's my duty. If I then passage 7, read the extract given below and answer the questions that follow. The last man of this forlorn group. So as you can understand, this is the last stanza also of our poetry. Last man of this forlorn group did not accept for gain, giving only to those who gave was how he played the game. Who were the five other persons in the group referred to by the poet earlier? Who were the five other persons in the group referred to by the poet earlier? The five other persons were a woman, a religious minded man, a poor man, a rich man, and a black man. As you can understand, similar type of question is given in the very first question of every passage. I mean, who were the earlier persons discussed in the earlier stanzas? Who here also, as it is the last stanza, so already we have discussed about 5 other persons. So in this stanza, there is, we are going to discuss about um, the last person who is not categorized by any particular specification from the viewpoint of caste or creed or body complex or whatever. He is simply mentioned as the last man or sixth person. So who are the 5 persons? The 5 other persons were a woman, a religious minded man, a poor man, a rich man, and a black man. So the black man is here added extra in extra. What did each of them suffer from? Each of them suffered from the cold within. In a very simple way, each of them suffered from the cold within. None had affection and love for others. None have affection and love for others. They suffered from the prejudices like intolerance, greed, envy, and revenge. I mean, almost the earlier lines are repeated here for your easy memorization so that you can easily memorize. These lines were almost available in the earlier answers. So I have written in that way, each of them suffered from the cold within, none had affection and love for others. They suffered from the prejudices. They have this kind of narrow mentality here, prejudice, like intolerance, greed, envy, and revenge. What type of this last man was? I mean, what is the type of this last man? This last man was a man of narrow mentality. He thought everything in respect of profit or gain. As he could gain nothing from others, so he did not give his log of wood. I mean, what type of person was this sixth person or last man? The last man also thought that as the other 5 persons did not sacrifice anything to the fire, as all other 5 they were envious to each other, envious of each other. So what is my purpose? What is my function to sacrifice mine own? So I should also not sacrifice. And this last man, as I already told you, this last man is not categorized by any specification that he is black or white or a religious minded Christian or non-Christian or woman or man. Nothing. Only he is mentioned as the last man. But quite natural, last man also thinks in his own way, or he thought in his own way, that he thought everything in respect of profit or gain. As he could not gain anything from others, so he did not give his logwood. Very simple. As he had not received any profits from others, so he also reluctant to give anything. Why did he too fall to part with his log of wood? What happened at the end? Why did he too fall? Fail. Why did he too fail to part with his log of wood? Part with means in the sense sacrifice or here provide. He failed because he gave only to those who gave. He failed because he gave only to those who gave. As he gained nothing, so he gave nothing. As he gained nothing, that means as he received nothing from others, so he gave also nothing to others. Very simple thing. Last man is a person who thinks everything in respect of profit and gain. That's why it was his mentality. At the end, the fire extinguished, and everybody extinguished, extinguished, put out. At the end, the fire extinguished, and everybody, that means the fire died out. Fire died out, put out. Okay. This is the second part of our question. That's why there is a box at the end. The fire extinguished and everybody suffered from extremely bitter cold. And at last they died, as we know. So at the end, the fire extinguished and everybody suffered from extremely bitter cold. And all of them died. Is there any message in the deaths of all the persons in the group? What is it? Is there any message given by the poet? Yes, there is a message of deaths of all the persons. Is there any message in the deaths of all the persons in the group? Yes, there is a message of deaths of all the persons. What is that, and what is that message? Although the poet mentioned categorically about their deaths, it might be they were dead in their mentality. It was the deaths of their manliness. What is given here? That towards the end or at the very end, we come to know that all of them died. But it may not be that they died physically. Understand? It may be there was the death of their mentality. They were mentally dead. It may not be that all of them, or it might not be that all of them died physically, that there were physical deaths. Rather, it may be or it might be they died mentally. Mentally means there were mental deaths. They shut off their mentality. They closed the doors of sympathy for others. They shut the doors of sympathy towards others. So although the poet mentioned categorically, that means clearly about their death, it might be they were dead in their mentality. It was the deaths of their manliness. This answer can be written also in another way. Okay, whenever we will meet in the class, we may start. So what is it? This is the kind of message given by the poet. Okay, understand? Any problem? If you have any doubts or problem, please let me know. If you have any doubts, only less than 10 minutes left. If you have any doubts, please let me know. बता. Hello. Any doubt is there? So after discussing this poetry, I hope you can understand. Uh, I mean in detail. Dia Aurora, did you leave once again? Dia Aurora, did you leave earlier? Okay. Okay, because during class actually I am unable to see who are waiting here. There is no message line. Because as I shared this screen, so at that time I cannot see until I go to this Zoom app. Because I am on the screen now on the page of the book. However, I saw somehow. Okay, you have any problem? If anyone has any problem, I hope you can understand this clearly. After discussing all questions and answers, I hope all of you have understand. Now in the meantime, let me tell you this assignment is not necessary because actually in our exam only passages are given. In literature only passages are given and we have to solve these, or we have to write these answers. In each and every passage there are 5 questions, so these assignments are not necessary. If we have extra time then we can do, otherwise not necessary. Rather it's better to memorize and read and reread these questions and answers. And I will also request you to read from workbook before these passages. You can find there are some introductory pages, uh, author's note, then detailed explanations, stanza wise explanations, um, significance of the title, 2 or 3 pages in each and every poetry before these passages. So you should thoroughly go through those pages. I mean, by all these means and taking help from some other YouTube videos also, you can have a clear idea. At first, the basic function is you have to understand whatever it is, whether poetry, prose, or drama. You have to understand clearly the text at first, and you have your own writing capability. Then there is no need to memorize these. Also, you can write in your own way, also maintaining the grammatical order. Or if you read, go through to repeatedly, then automatically you can write easily, no problem. Because in literature we don't have to face a lot of problems. Problem is in language, and that is not possible through online, I think. Grammar is a subject that is, even here live class is a must. Without board, chalk, dust or board, it's not possible. In the meantime, we shall continue our poetry at least up to 6. After finishing, if we find if further there is lockdown, then we can uh, see for any other alternative. I mean, we have to start then prose, or yes, after that prose. In the meantime, let's continue with poetry, and because poetry is most convenient form, we can easily understand through online. I mean, only by listening. Okay. Further, if you have any problem, please let me get confirmed.